but I mean, the other decks, you know, they definitely do. But it's a toss-up. So you played blue-black today in Legacy? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would have played, blue-black. But I would have played with hymns. You didn't play hymns, did you?
I didn't, but it's just because I wanted a bunch of basic lands.
Okay. All right. Well, you can probably talk about that in sideboarding time. But all right. So we're off to the game now. It's going to be blue-white versus Rug. Do we know who won the roll or anything, or no?
Don't know.
No. Should we tell Alex to be quiet? It's kind of loud. Yeah, Alex, be quiet, man. Thanks, Alex. All right, so Michael starts off with the Tropical Island. Just lower your voice a little if you could. All right, so Michael starts off with Tropical Island, and BBD follows up with an island. All right, so there's a Ponder. What are your thoughts on people playing lands and then actually casting their spells?
Like what Michael just did right now? I don't know. It does give away a little more information.
Yeah.
Because if you ponder before you play your land, then they might think that you're digging for lands.
Exactly. So he might brainstorm a response and like force a will or something.
Yeah, I mean it's unlikely that he's going to force a ponder, but it's still like now he knows that Michael has lands.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So at least the other way, it just keeps him kind of guessing.
Yeah. I feel a lot of players have been just giving away extra information.
Yeah.
All right, so BBD has no turn 2 drop on his turn. Just plays a Tundra and passes the turn.
Michael kept his top 2 cards with ponder.
Yeah.
So liked what he saw.
And then he shuffled them away.
Yeah, shuffle the last one away.
Probably wasn't too good. Probably didn't want it. Do you play around Stifle a lot? I mean, in the top 8, they obviously know the deck list, but in general.
I got to size up the person first.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely fair. All right, so Mike's thinking about what he wants to do, and he decides to waste a Tundra. All right, BBD is going to float, and there's a Delver's Secrets. Do you think Mike declared his attack step, or?
Maybe he's just trying to bait out a counterspell, actually. But I guess if he wanted to bait a counterspell, he would just play it first.
Yeah, before the wasteland even happens.
Maybe he did even declare his attack. We don't really know.
Yeah. We don't have the volume, and we can't see their actual faces sometimes. Is he really going to force this? Wow, what?
Yeah, he must have declared his attack step then.
Yeah, I don't think I would have forced that, to be honest. I don't know BBD's hand, but just 2 for 1-ing, especially with a counter spell on that guy.
Maybe he's just short on lands. Maybe the wasteland really screwed him and he's not going to be able to play spells.
Yeah, we'll find out this turn, I guess. There's a Misty. Couldn't tell if he drew it off the top or not. And he passes the turn.
I feel like if he had Counterspell and the Misty Rainforest, he probably would have played Misty first, just so that he couldn't get wastelanded.
Yeah. So maybe he did just draw that Misty?
It's possible.
That's a pretty good point. I think Mike drew a Tarmogoyf, and he's thinking about playing it. I also noticed a lot of players give away information by...
They start to tap the
yeah. They start to do a lot of things. All right, so it's going to be an end of the turn Brainstorm.
Brian's got to be short on lands, otherwise he would probably just wait until he untapped and drew.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could always just shuffle those 2 away as well with, the Misty.
But if his hand is fine, he doesn't really need to sculpt anything.
Yeah, but...
Then he would just draw the extra card, dig a card deeper with Brainstorm.
Yeah, I mean, he probably is light on lands and just wants to hit his land drops.
I knew he drew into a wasteland, but I didn't see the other things.
Okay. Yeah, BBD's only playing 1 wasteland.
See, I think Barnett is favored, like the Rug deck in general, but not when the games go like this.
Yeah, I mean...
He doesn't have any threats, he's not pressuring them at all.
Well, it's tough because BBD has 4 spell snares, and his number 1 threat is Goyf, followed by Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
That he wants to, and... Alright, so he plays Wasteland.
Yeah, Brian's land got stifled, and I think Waste is his last land, so...
Yeah, that was definitely a really important stifle because obviously BBD wanted to shuffle those cards away.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue-white play deck always wants to hit his land drops just because, it's got equipment, wants to, do a bunch of different things.
And Snapcaster Mage, too.
Yeah.
You need a ton of lands for that. And that's why he's playing 24 lands, 5 basics.
Ooh, all right. So he's going to ice the Wasteland?
That seems kind of bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
oh, no, ice the island, okay. Yeah, because now he wants to drop Goy. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
It'd be great to just drop Jace there. You know?
Yeah. All right, there's Goyf. And this is really key because BBD's only answers to Goyf pretty much is the 4 Swords to Plowshares.
Yep.
And obviously he has no white, so... Is it double Goyf? Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian has no white mana, and presumably he has a dead card on top of his deck.
Yep. There's a good chance BBD's just going to pass a turn here. Yeah,
Yep.
he does just that. So his next draw could be good.
It could be good, yeah.
Yeah. But looks like he's taking 8.
Instant creature land sorcery. Yeah.
Is there a creature?
Yeah, the Delver.
Yeah, the Delver, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, so he draws a Flooded Strands.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like Mike probably has a counter in his hand, or... Oh wow, is this another Stifle?
Yep.
Alright, yep, that's game. Alright, so BBD goes down. I don't think he really could have done much differently.
He could have not forced the Delver, but he didn't know that he was going to draw Misty Rainforest and need to protect that from Stifle.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
yeah.
So that's kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know his hand, but the Delver wasn't that scary at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a turn 1 Delver and like...
It's not even like it's a 3-2 automatically.
Exactly.
Like, they still have to flip it.
Yeah,
They still have to
and
hit
even if
something.
it's a 3-2, it's like a 6-turn clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if he doesn't flip it, it could be, you know, like a 20-turn clock.
And all Barnett has for burn is 4 bolts and 2 fire ice.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just think about it. Like,
Batter Skull to gain life back, too.
yeah, like losing a force and a counter just for that 1/1 guy, it just seemed bad in general.
Yeah.
It was like a 1-mana Hamp the Torah Michael played on BBD. So,
Yep.
but BBD's going to bring in, I believe Umazawa's Jitte.
Most likely, definitely the 4 paths.
Yeah, definitely. That's 5 cards.
And then
And-
Image is okay against Goyf, but it's pretty bad against bolts and fire ices. And Elspeth is another thing that's like okay, but not great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see Jitte in 4 paths. They'll want to bring in.
I could see him boarding in Spell Pierce too, maybe.
Yeah, I thought about that, but
It seems like on the play, maybe when he'll have like an extra land, like Michael's going to keep up 1 mana to stifle him, and maybe he can use a cheap counter to protect
I mean, what is he going to board out though?
Brian.
Yeah.
Definitely his 2 counter spells and probably some amount of Force Wills.
Yeah. And then he'll
It
just
seems like his spell starter sprite is still good.
Yeah,
Snapcaster,
yeah.
Vendilion, all those things are good.
Yeah.
Like with Barnett not having access to any Jaces, there's nothing he really needs to force him with.
that is true. And I guess Spell Snare is just the best counter in this matchup for the Snapcasters and the Toimaglyphs.
Yep.
So, and I mean, he could randomly hit like a Daze or a Fire Ice. So, all right. So I actually had this conversation before. Now, in a rug deck like this, all right, he's playing against the blue-white Blade deck. He's got 2 Ancient Grudges in the sideboard.
Yep.
Would you board those in?
Definitely.
Okay. What are your thoughts about having a card like Ancient Grudge in your sideboard, where it's just such a reactive card for a deck like this, where this deck could just win with, for example, a Vidalian Click or a Jace, where this deck is not such a heavy artifact deck like Affinity?
Yeah. Well,
I was trying to tell
Like-
the people at home, when you build your decks, you want to try to have a proactive card, like, say, like a Blood Moon or something.
I think this is more applicable in Type 2, where people are siding in Geistflame against the Kessig Wolf Run Ramp decks.
Yep.
You know, that just seems bad, because then they already have like a Primeval Titan in play that's going to kill you.
And,
so
you're drawing Geist Flame.
Yeah, Geist Flaming their Nexuses doesn't really do anything. So it's that type of thing where, you know, if you're Ancient Grudging something, like maybe the game's already gone too late.
Exactly. And then if you just randomly draw an Ancient Grudge, and then the guy's just like Jace, and you're just holding this Ancient Grudge,
Yeah.
where it could have been, you know, maybe like a Daze or something that could have stopped it.
Yeah,
It's-
like I said though, I still think Stoneforge Mystic is the main way for him to beat this deck.
Okay.
So I assume that's what his grudges are there for.
I mean, he's definitely going to bring in the 3 Lavamancers,
Yeah.
because Lavamancers are so strong against the Stoneforge, the Vidalian Clicks.
Yeah, that was the first card he reached for when he
Oh,
grabbed
was it?
yeah.
Okay, all right. I didn't see it, but all right. So definitely three Lavamancers.
I would say Pyros and Grudges.
All right. I mean, I could definitely see the 3 Lavamancers, 3 Pyros, and I mean, he does have Grudge in his board, I guess, for a matchup like this. Personally, for me, I just don't really like Grudge in the sideboard against a deck like this. So, but
Well,
what?
you're using Grudge to destroy Batter Skull, basically, but killing a Stoneforge Mystic is essentially the same thing. You know, if you get to fire or lightning bolt their Mystic, your
Exactly.
Batterskull isn't that great anyway.
That's why I'm saying Grudge is just, it could just turn out to be like a dead card.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe...
But Bolt always does something.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Bolt always does something, Fire Ice always does something.
Yep.
So, personally, I might not even bring the Grudge.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's there for.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like that's what it's there for, but it's kind of there for the wrong reasons. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm surprised that there was no Hamza Torek decks in top 8, right?
No.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think I might go to Vegas for the... Are you going to the rest of the SCG Opens?
I'm not sure. I'm in Roanoke now, and the airport's kind of crappy, so it's pretty expensive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might go to Vegas for the SCG Open and then the Grand Prix afterwards. And I'm definitely going to play a blue-black type deck.
Yeah.
Maybe blue-black-green, might be blue-black-white. Maybe even blue-black-red, but I just like Hem so much.
Ely played a pretty cool blue-white-black deck in the tournament, I think.
Did he play Hem?
Yeah, I think he had him, Vindicate, Stifle. No?
No?
Seneca's saying no.
That's the deck? No Hems, really? It seems like Hem would just fit in so well if you have Hem, Vindicate, Snapcaster, Dark Confidant,
Yeah.
Stoneforge, kind of like an Esper Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, Brian's going to be on the play for game 2. Michael's doing a little pile shuffling.
So, fun fact, 8 blue decks in top 8.
All right, that is a fun fact.
How many Force of Wills? Probably 32. Or no, I
No.
think Lewis only has 3.
Oh, really? I'm kind of a fan of that, not playing the Mac.
But he has the other one on the board.
All right, I guess he's bringing that in against any combo type deck or Reanimator and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's 32 in the top 8, only one's in the
Are
side.
you a fan of Forcible in general, or do you not like it?
I think it's a necessary evil because Legacy has decks like Dredge and
Yep.
Charbelcher and stuff like that, but I'm more than happy to side out in the blue mirrors.
All right. So Brian's going to be on the play, and let's see if they both decide to keep their opening hands. BBD. I kind of like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, BBD.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's catchy. Yeah, I like it.
That's what people call them.
Yeah.
Remember, we had to give away premium.
Yeah, we're giving away premium too. So we should maybe ask the question right now. Why they think about their hand.
Yeah, I had that one.
Well, looks like they both kept, but we
Oh,
can
they
go
both
ahead.
kept? Yeah. We'll ask on like turn 2. All right, so Mike, one of his sideboard cards, Grim Levimancer. It's good.
Yeah, that just kills all of BBD's creatures just by itself.
Yeah, but now BBD has eight like Swords to Plowshares.
it's
4
true.
paths, 4 plows. So it's good. All right, so he's got a main phrase Brainstorm here.
And he had a Caracas, so he doesn't care about this getting dazed.
Yeah. That's kind of
And
interesting.
this is one of those plays that you were talking about
Yeah.
where he played his land and then pondered. Like Brian is playing this correctly.
Yeah, he is playing it correctly, yeah. Yeah, BBD impressed me with this play so far. All right, so the question is, what cards sold out during the standard finals after we mentioned it?
On SCG.
On SCG, on Star City Games, and tweet us if you want to try to win 3 months premium. You can read Jerry's articles and my article. I'm going to write one
When?
pretty soon.
When was the last time you wrote an article?
Before Truth. All right, so that's the question. What cards sold out? All right, so BBD is still working on this Brainstorm.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see his hand. I think he does have a Sackland, though.
Yeah, he does. He has a Misty.
Yeah. So maybe he's actually thinking he just wants all these cards, so he's not going to sack his Sackland, but he doesn't want to run into like a Stifle. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, he just fingered his Caracas. I think he was thinking about playing that.
Yeah.
But he can't afford to get stifled.
Yeah, he can. I mean, blowing it right here, like, ooh. All right, so he ends up saying go. Mike drew a Volcanic Island, whatever that means. Like, even there, like, I would just usually just attack with Lavamancer. You know? Like, you think Lavamancer's actually just going to start shooting? No. We'd be 4 do anything, just to be for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just kind of trains you to play better, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And, like, why would he play Volcanic Island and then Ponder?
Maybe he has Stifle and doesn't want to ever not have a blue open.
Then if BBD was going to play around Stifle, he would have just done it in his turn.
Right, but... So, Brian wanted his top card still, I think.
Yes.
And
And Mike should have picked up on the fact that he did want his top card.
Yes. But he should still, like, yeah, I guess then.
Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it means that he's not going to sack.
Yeah, he's not going to sack it, yeah. So, all right, so BBD gets down a Stoneforge. He's probably going to fetch up the Batterskull. It's kind of risky, though, to be honest, because he already has one card in the yard, so Batterskull could get, like, stuck in his hand.
Yeah, but what else are you going to do?
Maybe fetch up like a Jitte or something.
Yeah, but he still has Lavamancer too. It depends on what's in his hand, but I think just casting Batterskull for 5 mana is probably better
still
than
the
just
best.
having a Jit when they have Lavamancer that can kill all your guys.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And the turn, that is a Lightning Bolt?
It is a Lightning Bolt.
All right. What do you think BBD's up to?
You think he brought in Pierces?
I think he could have a Pierce here, which doesn't really make too much sense because the Lavamancer is going to eat it. But I think there's a chance that now he wants to play around Stifle.
Yeah.
So that's probably more likely because you don't want to pierce this bolt.
I don't know. Michael's been playing his land before he plays his Ponders and stuff, so maybe this Pierce isn't gonna do much after this. You know, maybe. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like.
Yeah,
It does still seem kind of bad.
I mean,
you make him use his one
exactly.
mana or whatever, which isn't even that big of a deal.
Yeah, personally, Pierce just doesn't seem that good against Michael. And all right, so
Yeah,
BBD lets it. Yeah.
I know BBD has a spell snare too, so there's probably no reason.
Yeah. All right, and he passes the turn. Another thing I like to do is always shuffle my card when I draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Mike's not really doing that. And Tundra's gonna probably float either a blue or a white. And there's a path. All right, that's pretty good. No. What do you think if Mike just attacked first? Like he would have probably gotten into free damage.
Actually, well, it's kind of interesting because Mike pondered, and there's still the third card on top of his deck. Maybe he actually just wants to shuffle his deck right now.
Yeah,
didn't.
That's a possibility, but it's also a possibility if he just did before Wasteland just attacked for 1 is a free point of damage.
Yeah, because he could play Trop Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, exactly.
He wouldn't want to snare it.
Yeah, so yeah, see, people miss damage and stuff, so make sure you're taking notes at home on an Excel document. All right, there's a Wasteland on the Caracas. I heard somebody wasted your sack land today.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I lost that game.
Alright, and BBD's gonna sack Flutterstrand. Is it possible that Mike took out his Stifles?
I don't think so, just because of how good they are against Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah. They get his lands and they get his Stoneforges. Could randomly get like a Jace, Timely and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But Mike does have better cards that he wants to bring in. Like he wants to bring in Pyroblast, he wants to bring in Lavamancer. So he's gonna have to make room somehow.
Yeah.
So
I think Daze is usually the card that people cut.
Yeah.
And it's I could see him cutting Force of Will as well.
Yeah. I feel Force is pretty good, especially against a deck with 4 Jace. You want to make sure you stop that, you know?
Yeah, but he has Pyros too. And
Yeah,
I think if they're resolving a Jace and you can't like bolt it or Lavamancer it or whatever,
You're gonna lose anyway. Yeah.
You're kind of already behind.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna still have a Force of Will and a blue card at that point, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so Snapcaster's gonna Brainstorm. I think it was 3 lands.
Yeah, he drew 3 lands. He wants to put the Batterskull back.
Yeah. And he's drawing one of the lands. Tundra and beats him for 2.
The foil Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, he probably cracked that in a booster.
Probably. He's just a lot luckier than you, Gerard.
I mean,
My booster was lucky, though.
yeah, your booster was good. Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually hope he did crack it in a booster. BB Den seems like a good guy. All right, so Sprite's gonna try to stop a Bolt.
If he has another Bolt, he can just kill both his guys.
Yeah, because then when it checks, there'll be 0 fairies in play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So 2 bolts take out both of BBD's creatures, and Mike draws I felt like he just drew that Misty Rainforest.
He had to have.
Yeah. Gets a Trop. I think he has a Goyf in his hand.
If he's doing all this stuff main phase, then yeah, he
Probably,
has to.
right? Yeah.
But BBD still has that Stifle. Or Spell Snare.
Spell Snare, yeah. I mean, Mike's kind of low on cards. Looks like he's got 3 cards only. So if BBD could just attrition him out and then drop the Batter Skull, it's probably game over.
Yeah.
And there's a Spell Snare. I mean, these would have been sick pretty, really good there, you know? Alright, land number 4. So next turn, it's most likely Batter Skull's going to come out for BBD. And Mike draws a Scalding Tarn and just passes. Would you just run out this Batter Skull? Yeah, personally I would as well. So
if you snare his Goyf and he doesn't daze it,
yeah,
he doesn't have it.
He definitely
and
doesn't have daze.
He just drew running fetch lands.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and if he has the Ancient Grudge that he boarded in, so be it. Otherwise, the Batter Skull is gonna just win him the game.
Yeah.
Dismember doesn't really do too much because
I don't like Dismember post board against the blue white deck.
Yeah, and I don't like Dismembering right there either. Yeah, I mean, when you have Bolt and that Fire Ice and Pyroblast, like, I don't know. I feel like you have lots of answers to their creatures. There's a Delver of Secrets. So BBD's just going to return the Batter Skull. Not really worried about a Medallion Click. Oh, there's a Pyroblast? Alright, there's a Plow on the Delver of Secrets.
That's kind of crazy, actually. I'm not sure what's going on, why it didn't just return Batter Skull.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted Snapcaster and equip Batter Skull to it, but...
I mean, I would rather save Snapcaster for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even after he pyroed the Snapcaster, he had 3 mana, he could just return it, but he chose to Swords his Delver instead of...
Which, the Delver doesn't do it, so it's just a 1/1.
Yeah, and Brian's still at 17.
Yeah. Alright, so Batter Skull is coming down again. Which, it should have came down last turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess it gives Michael a little bit of selection, too. Like, he gets to look at his top card and then maybe crack his Tarn. I don't know if that's what BBD's thinking, but...
I feel like Mike's just holding out for a Brainstorm. Alright, so he's coming in for 6 damage. Yeah.
Looking at BBD's list, he has 4 Mutavault written down, then they're crossed out, and he wrote Mistress Factory.
Yeah.
So he went down to 1 Spell Stutter Sprite.
He probably had 2 or 3 to start with.
Christian Van Meter 1 with 2, I think.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why he plays factories is so he could pump the other factories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a factory on its own can block Kurt Ape and trade with a Wild Mikado, whereas Mutavault just doesn't do anything.
And the reason for playing Mutavaults is just for the sprites, pretty much. Yeah. And the Riptide Lab.
True.
Yeah. Alright, so Mike draws. Okay, so there's a Brainstorm.
Yeah, that's what he needs to get back in this game.
Yeah, he needs to hit a couple of good spells, though.
I think it's 2 Trops and a Force.
It's definitely a blue card. Those cards aren't going to help him too much.
No. The Force might be okay if he can draw something good, though.
Yeah. Let's see if we see Ancient Grudge in his deck. He didn't search enough to actually determine. It's like the other problem with Ancient Grudge. Sometimes if the game does go long, then like he'll just have enough mana to play Batter Skull and return it.
Yeah. But again, that's one of those points where it seems like pretty much lost for him at this point.
Yeah.
His deck doesn't play the late game very well.
Yeah, definitely not. There's another Brainstorm. Maybe that was the last card?
Maybe.
It might have been Chop Chop Brainstorm. Alright, at least Mike has some options now, but he's only on 9 life. So it's just a 2-turn clock, pretty much.
Yeah, if he doesn't deal with either of these guys, he goes down to 3. and then he has to, he has to deal with 2 threats in 2 turns. So.
Yeah.
Garage kills Factory too, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So that's makes it a little better.
Yeah.
Didn't really think about that.
Yeah. I don't think Mike saw that he had Factory in his deck game 1, although he knows the deck list. But sometimes people actually forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there's a Goyf. Kind of gives the well. I mean, he's got a plow in his hand.
Yeah.
And is Mike like? All right, so there's another wasteland. That's pretty good. Oh, there's a path. That's so much better than the plow right now, especially when
He should definitely shuffle.
Yeah.
He just brainstormed.
Yeah. I wonder why he's not. Other than the fact that he's like just forgetting, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I don't have any basics in my
Yeah.
deck, so what's the point?
All right, so Factory's gonna get wasted.
There's another Dismember.
Oh wow, wow! He's gonna. Wouldn't you just waste the?
Yeah, so Brian did side in Spell Pierce.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Why would you not waste the Factory, rather than this? Because it's actually more damage the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. So, all right. Well, anyway, they're going to game 3. Because if you waste that, he's taking 4, and that way he's taking 4, plus he's taking 2, so he's taking 6 his way. Make sense?
Yeah, but next turn he has to Dismember the Batter Skull anyway.
I mean, Dismember just seems so bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He's kind of trying to fight the wrong battles, you know?
Yeah.
I'm fine with having some removal, but if he keeps in all the Fire Ices and Dismembers, it's just too much.
Yeah. I mean, and he's also bringing in a Lava Mancer,
Yeah.
so, you know. What do you think about him bringing in a Life of the Loam? Just so you could try to wasteland away all his factors and stuff?
It's too tough. Brian's smart enough where he's going to try and fetch basics if he can.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not that bad because he could brainstorm and draw 3 and put 2 lands back or whatever, and it gets to kill all of his factories. But I think again that's just fighting the wrong battle.
Yeah, but I mean, it does combo some with his sideboard strategy. Like, say if he wants to bring an Ancient Grudge, that's 1, and he's definitely bringing a Lava Mancer.
Yeah.
So that's 2. So fills up
that's
his
not bad.
yard, and we saw. I forgot who it was. It was Lewis Laskin locked out Todd Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had like 9 lands, and Todd had 0. And then Todd just scooped a couple turns later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like Life of the Loam in the format. If I play,
I do too.
If I play green in my blue-black deck, I would probably have at least 1 life
Yeah.
somewhere.
A lot of people are just trying to wasteland you, stifle you, stuff like that. And Loam gets you
Yeah.
right back in it. So.
Yeah. Loam just draws you lots of cards. All right, so Mike's gonna be on the play this time. You think that's much of a difference, or?
It depends what kind of start he has because he's been coming out of the gates pretty slow.
Yeah. Okay.
He needs like turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Goyf.
Sure. So BBD is doing a little pile shuffling. Do you still do pile shuffles, or
No.
no?
Years of dealing poker
Yeah. you
have
just-
taught me how to correctly shuffle.
Okay.
And just shuffle, block shuffle. There's no need to
The
pile,
pile,
in
yeah.
there or anything.
Yeah, I almost never pile, and in most tournaments nowadays, I don't even keep my own life. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, if they're willing to do all the work for you.
yeah. Shuffle my deck, keep life. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah, I just cut their decks now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never shuffle their decks. Yeah. It's always like a cut. Sometimes I go just for the tap, but it's actually illegal. You have to at
Yeah,
least,
you have to do something.
You have to do something. So lots of times I also say, hey, do you just want to play? Because I want to draw. I'll tell them. But I
Yeah.
think that's illegal too. I think you have to actually randomize. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
I think you do have to randomize though.
Yeah. Lots of times people are like scared. They're just like, no, I don't want to tell you. I'm like, listen, I want to draw it. You could just play. And they're like, no, let's roll.
They're like, no, he's tricking me.
Yeah, so then they win the roll and they're
No,
just
like,
like, I'll play. I'm like, you did. All right.
They just saved us 5 seconds here.
And then the guy rolls like an 18. I'm like, dude, you wasted your luck. Should have saved that one. So, I'm excited. This is a good top 8. I was actually really excited to watch AJ's match from yesterday.
Yeah.
I talked to him about it a lot, and he's gonna watch it and he's gonna analyze game 2. It's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you have a chance, watch his game 2.
I will, definitely will.
Watch what he does. Watch what I'm saying that he should do,
Yeah.
and I want to hear what you would have done.
Okay.
And it was awesome too because I couldn't see his opponent's hand because the way it's set up, it was tougher to see the guy on the left hand.
So it was like you were playing from AJ's side.
Yeah, I was just playing straight from AJ's side, and it was a pretty complex board. So if you click user, you can see what people are tweeting in.
Yeah, I want to see that.
You go to all the way to the left, tweet. All right, some people are tweeting in the answers. All right, so after the round, we give away the winner. All right, after the round, someone's walking away with 3 months premium. So that's pretty good. Anybody have any good tweets? Some of the guys are pretty funny on the tweet world. Matt gave a little some, maybe 10%. So my favorite person to watch yesterday was Josh Wagner.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's awesome.
he is very awesome.
Yeah,
Playing Infect.
Dude, people don't understand. All right, so they're drawing their opening 7. So we're gonna get a shot of the game. Here we go. Hopefully they both keep, so it's interesting, you know.
Yeah, it sucks to go to game 3 and just someone mull to 5.
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch.
All right, BBD is going to 6. So
That's fine though. This blue-white deck mulligans pretty well. As long as he doesn't have to go to 5, he should be all right.
yeah, I mean, one Stoneforge. We were talking about how the old Callblade decks could mulligan to like 4.
Yeah.
And just get a Hawk and it's just whatever.
Yep.
So, do you feel that the Wolf Run decks top deck the best?
I think it's more memorable.
Really?
When they top
Is that
deck.
it? Okay.
Because it's like they lay out their hand to ramp, so they get to like 8 mana, and if you like distress their Titan or counter their Titan or something, you know, you have perfect information.
Okay.
You know that they don't have anything, so when they peel a Titan, it's like, oh wow, and like the game drastically swings in their favor.
I guess maybe it's more memorable. Do you ever look at your phone and there's a certain time on your phone that you always remember seeing?
I have some friends that, like 2 different friends that one of them looks every time it's 12:34, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really? That was
And-
Ben Lundquist told me the same thing.
Yeah, and then the other one was 11:11.
I think it was Lundquist who told me that. Yeah. Mine's 11111.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Those are the two
Yeah.
popular ones, I guess.
Yeah. We've got to do a study. All right, so BBD keeps his hand.
It opens on Delver,
Yeah.
which is what I was saying. Like he needs a fast start.
All right, turn on Delver. Let's see if BBD has a path or a plow.
And whether or not he'll have patience and wait to maybe play around days or something.
Yeah. All right. I mean, right now it's only a 1/1, so
He's not playing around Stifle either.
yeah. Oh wow, the brainstorm. All right.
See, that's kind of a combo, but then you have to waste our brainstorm.
Yeah, you do.
So
Just to give it like a +2/+1 counter.
yeah.
But I mean, it's not completely wasting a brainstorm if he would have a sack lane right here. You know what I'm saying? It's only
It's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like you gotta imagine that his hand is pretty good. He doesn't really need to fix it up too much.
sure. All right, so
But I did say he has to get a clock on Brian.
yeah. All right, so there's a plow. All right, and I also see BBD has a wasteland in his hand. So
Okay.
his mulligan to 6 teams, you know, it could be good if Mike stumbles, because that could have been Mike's only threat, for example.
Yeah.
All right, so he's resolving brainstorm. Oh wow, Mike actually did have the stifle in his hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't even think I would have brainstormed. Who cares about dealing that 2 extra damage this turn?
Yeah, I'd rather
Where-
just stifle him.
Yeah, because listen to this. If the clock is 3-3-3-3-3-3-3, it's 7. Okay? If the clock is 1-3-3-3-3-3-3-3,
It's 19.
no, but he plays sack lane.
No, I
in
know,
play.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's 19, but he has a second one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, I really like seeing every single play where the game could have been different, even if it's like so, you know, minute or minimum, whatever word you want to call it. All right, so Brian's going at 18, and hopefully a Stoneforge comes out for him.
No, I think he was about to pass the turn.
Oh,
and
was
thought,
he?
Thought better of it.
I mean, if he has Stoneforge, he's obviously dropping it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I guess he doesn't have Stoneforge. Ooh, a spell snare from Mike.
Start tapping 2 lands. Looks like Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, I know. It's like this is it a device? Wow, yeah. Maybe people feel like committed to go for it now. All right, so
BBD has that Wasteland in his hand. It's going to be pretty good.
yeah, Wasteland's going to be insane right here. He does have the Wasteland. Yeah, goes to 2-3, and he definitely does have the Wasteland here. And I think BBD, it's a good chance he has a caster in his hand too, which is fine because he could just get back that plow the following turn.
Yeah, I think for this turn, you probably just want to cut him off blue, though.
Yeah. You have to waste that drop. All right, Path of Goyf.
Waste your drop.
Yep, awesome. And he did it in the right order, too.
Waste the
Waste
Wasteland.
the waste. Ooh. Really? That's kind of interesting. Waste. What reason could it be that he's wasting the waste? I mean, even if he had another one, it's just like you want to.
I'd rather cut him off blue.
Yeah, get cut him off blue right there.
It seems like his next land is a Tundra, and that's all he has. That could be the only rationale.
Oh, there's a factory. He passes the turn. All right, Mike draws Volcanic. All right, kind of interesting. All right, so BBD, I mean, maybe he just drew land after land, and he goes for
he wanted to go Sword Factory. That might be it, but that's still pretty weak against like Lightning Bolt and stuff.
Yeah.
If Michael ever draws a land.
I mean, yeah, it is only just one factory, you know?
Yeah, I'd rather just make it so my opponent can't play spells. They can kill my factory.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, because getting rid of that trap, you know, cuts off a spell snare in case he would have drawn a Stoneforge or, you know, doesn't have to worry about Stifle, stuff like that. So he's going to try to sack the Misty, I think.
Pretty sure you want to stifle that.
Yeah, stifling the Misty.
This probably should be at 17.
Yeah, so there's a Spell Pierce on the Stifle. I think Mike has a second Stifle, though, in his hand. Oh, he has a Spell Pierce back. So he's just going to pay.
Yeah.
That, like, Mike just, like, discarded a card.
Was he scared of Brian having a land so he could go Sword Equip?
Possibly, but I kind of feel like it's... I mean, unless BBD just, like, outbluffed us. I didn't see his hand, but it kind of seems like he doesn't have a land, the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I agree.
He does have a land. All right. I mean, do you think Mike's play is good there?
I don't know. It seems like he was pretty scared of that.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, now Mike has access to 2 mana in case he does have. Maybe he drew the Stoneforge. I don't think he did, but we'll see. All right, he passes the turn. So there's another Spell Snare?
Pass and a pass back. I think Michael had like 3 spell snares.
Yeah, there's like multiple Spell Snares. BBD drew a blue card there. Might have been a Snapcaster. Alright, so it activates Factory. And tries to equip. And here comes a Lightning Bolt. And BBD loses his Factory.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any reason to pierce there if you have a lightning bolt.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Unless he drew the bolt, but...
No, I thought he drew another spell snare.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, that didn't make sense to pierce. He just kind of threw away a pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so there's a Brainstorm.
Brian's brainstorming end of turn, which I don't necessarily like. I think that you should probably wait until he untaps to see an extra card.
Yeah. Because once you draw, you can just dig 1 card deeper.
Yeah.
I did see a Spellstutter Sprite, though,
Yep,
which is, yeah, pretty good. Could end a turn and then flipped it to his sword. So there's a Path on his guy. I might have just not Path on my turn. I might have just passed. Because then you get the...
You get to see what
yeah,
card he's got.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's another small thing that BBD could have taken advantage of. So So Goyf hits play. There's a Snapcaster. He's gonna tap the Goyf. Yeah, I mean this
Now he's
game.
gonna
Yeah,
hit him with sword.
yeah, I think this game's pretty much over. All right, so he swings in for 4. So Mike's forces this card, and BBD gets to untap his lands here. Looks like you should probably pitch one of those spell snares. Yep. And is this Jace right here? If it is, it's game over.
Yeah.
Oh, Elspeth, wow.
Might be better actually.
Yeah, it probably is. Just make a token. Next turn, fly in. Or just keep making tokens.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
always have something to sword.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised that he didn't swap his sword for a Jit.
No, I kind of like Sword because he's got Goyfs that he could.
Yeah, but Jit kind of beats Goyf by itself and also beats Delver, whereas Sword doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean, a Sword on a Stone Forge gets around a Bolt. Whereas, yeah, I guess once Jitte hits, yeah, it's close.
Yeah. I feel like Brian wants to be the control deck in this matchup, and Jit is a better control card. Like, Sword is pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it kind of is.
And it doesn't really help you when you're behind,
Yeah.
whereas Jit might help him come back.
Yeah, you know, just maybe start chump attacking or
Yeah.
chump blocking some, get counters on it.
Pretty sure these life totals aren't right. I'm not sure what Michael's actually at, but it's got to be getting pretty low.
Yeah, I think Mike's probably on just like a 2-turn clock.
Now, does he have a Snapcaster?
I mean, what's he do? Snapcaster Bolt?
Yeah.
I feel that BBD still has that Sprite in his hand though,
He does.
so he can just Sprite that Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that should be game. There's a brainstorming response. 1, 2.
Medallion, sword,
Yeah, I see a Spell Pierce, so Spell Pierce is good enough.
Too many swords to plowshares.
Yeah, I mean,
Boarding in 4 paths against a deck with no basics is pretty insane.
yeah, it really is. Alright, so he's going for the Bolt, but he's just going to Spell Pierce or Spray.
It doesn't really matter which one.
Yeah, alright, there's a Sprite. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter what Snapcaster. Yeah, it's just.
The bolt's actually removed, but
Yeah. Did he make the Soldier fly?
yeah.
Yeah. So, 8. So, Mike's on 1.
And he has to discard a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing he can draw.
Alright, there's a land, and
Crack it.
yeah, he should crack it. Yep, that's what he does.
Yep.
Alright, so my prediction was right with this matchup.
You were right.
Yeah, BBD takes it down. He's moving on to the top 4, which is pretty impressive. It's a pretty big tournament, 9 rounds.
Brian has typically played Merfolk in Legacy
Okay.
just because of card availability.
Yeah.
And this is the